Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be covering the announcements that just dropped from Gearbox's PAX East Panel that probably finished up around 2 hours by the time this goes live. There was a lot of announcements, including the release date for DLC4, and you can see its trailer playing in the background here. There was also a bunch of other stuff, including information about a new Takedown event and MAYHEM 2.0, and I'll be covering it all in this video, so let's get into it. There's quite a lot to cover. So let's start with DLC2, which is called Guns, Love and Tentacles, the marriage of Wainwright and Hammerlock. So that about tells you all you need to know, really. Wainwright and Hammerlock are getting married, but a Cthulhu nightmare is brought upon them, so essentially us as Vault Hunters have to stop it to make sure their marriage goes ahead as planned. So it's a classic Borderlands storyline. It's looking good, and it's nice to see in the trailer that there are enemy types in there that we aren't familiar with, which will make it a lot of fun. And I'm kinda getting a little bit of a Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt vibe from it, but a lot better. It's looking nice and it's looking a lot of fun. There is something or someone in the trailer we are familiar with, and that is Gage, as you can see from this frame here. They talked about it during the show. Her voice actor was involved in a script that they did before dropping the trailer, and it sounds like she will be the one organising the wedding, so that is really cool, and it's always nice to see returning characters make an appearance in whatever form. And it sounds like she's going to have quite a high involvement in the DLC too. She's going to be organising the wedding, and it looks like a lot of our missions will be going through here. The DLC drops on March 26th, which is about a month away, but they didn't just tease DLC2, they also went on to tease DLC4, and here's what Randy had to say about it during the PAX East panel.
But I wanted to give you a little list of hints about what the nature of DLC4 is. There's a character that I love, that a lot of us love, that was not in Borderlands 3, and we think that that character deserves a showcase. And not just that character, there's gonna be lots of characters, fan favorites, and new and old. And basically, the hint that I'll give you is we're gonna see, and this isn't locked in stone yet, so don't crucify me later if we change things, because we're just getting started on this. But we're gonna see if we can experience what it's like to be inside the head of the wildest psycho we know. I'll just leave it at that.
So obviously he's talking about Krieg, and that is pretty awesome to see. He also mentions that we will see other characters there as well, so it'll be really good for it to be a culmination of everything Borderlands is up until it drops, like Bunkers and Badasses was for Borderlands 2, and I really feel it is shaping up to that, which is a great sign. He didn't stop there though, he also released concept art for DLC3, which you can see here. He described it as Borderlands 3 meets Western, and I can see that, particularly with, the cowboy hats and revolvers. It also looks like they are riding some sort of wyvern, which is pretty crazy, so that's looking cool too. With DLC2 coming out in March, we also have more content coming along in April. Headlining it is MAYHEM 2.0, which includes a ton of new modifiers, over 25 in fact. We only got to hear 2 of them, which included Big Head Mode, where I guess everybody's heads get a lot bigger, and the floor is lava, which will encourage you to move before you get burned. Not sure if this replaces the existing Mayhem levels as we know them, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Regarding MAYHEM 2.0, he did mention this.
There's 10 levels of Mayhem for you guys to work through, with gear and loot up on the way, that as you earn that gear, it helps you with the next level. And it's super fun, and I really can't wait until we can launch it, and it's coming very soon. It'll be here before you know it in April.
So that sounds pretty interesting as well. All I can think of with that is overpowered levels from Borderlands 2, which would be pretty cool to see. I'm not sure though, but it is exciting nonetheless. Also in April, we have a new event arriving, the Revenge of the Cartels, where we fight cartel members and have the opportunity to earn new loot, skins and heads. He didn't say anything about it being timed either, so hopefully it's not, and we can jump into it whenever we'd like. The final announcement from PAX East that I haven't covered yet is the addition of the Guardian Takedown, arriving in May. This is free for all players, just like the cartel event, and it focuses on fighting Guardians and Guardian bosses. It's Iridian themed, which I think is going to be awesome. We haven't really seen a lot of that in Borderlands since mainly Borderlands 1, so it'll be nice to have a whole takedown dedicated to them, as they are the essence of the game in many respects. Like the Melee 1 takedown, it will also award us with new weapons and gear unique to the takedown, and I can't help but think that they'll be some of the most powerful pieces of loot in the game when they launch. Overall, the roadmap is looking good. I mean, it's looking full, and what more could we ask for? DLC 2 drops in March, which is only a month away, on the 26th. And then we have MAYHEM Mode 2.0 coming in April, along with Revenge of the Cartels. Then to wrap it all up, Guardian Takedown coming in May. So everything is looking great, and the future looks bright for Borderlands 3. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you a good insight of what's to come content wise for Borderlands 3. If it did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.